day. We are working on the 18th. And I got my squeaky chair going. I'm going to get it fixed. I think my husband can squirt something on there and... Oh, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Oil. Yeah, oil. Anyways, this whole layout is going to be because I got my pink rose folio thingy done. And basically that's what the whole layout's going to be about. But I got it boxed up and it's ready to ship out with the giveaway stuff. And I'm really tickled with how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty. And I wanted to... I thought a fun way to decorate the page would be to print. It was a printable, a free printable from My Porch Prints Facebook group. And I'll put that link down below. And so I just printed out another copy of just parts of it. And I want to just stick it in there. And that's basically all that I'm going to do. I had all these ideas for fancy decorations around it and that kind of stuff, but I think I'm going to just keep it simple, just like that. So somewhere I have my ATG gun, but yeah, I got my bread started. Well, by the time this video goes up, it will have been baked and probably eaten. Because I think this won't go up till Thanksgiving or somewhere in there. But, yeah, today, I got my no knead Dutch oven bread baked, and we put in a whole bunch of fresh herbs, rosemary, sage, oregano, and thyme. We put in slices of fresh garlic. We put in Mrs. Das chicken seasoning blend, yeast, pink salt, and then it's in white whole wheat bread, or white whole wheat flour. And it's so simple to make. I'll put some photos in here. Probably won't be a finished photo, depends on when I get this process. But anyways, I can't think. Hold on, I gotta get my inking stuff here. I forgot to grab it. This'll have to work. Piece of paper. I need a piece of paper. There we go. But yeah, we put in all that stuff, and then what you do is basically I put it in a great big bowl, mix it all up, and you let it set. We let ours set about 18 hours. It just sits with I put a plastic over the top of it, and then I stick it over by the pellet stove because that's the warmest spot in the house. But you don't have to. It doesn't care. And you let it do its little yeasty thing, and the next thing you know, you have ready to go dough. And what I do is I dump that out onto a piece of parchment paper because it's sticky. It's not a, squish dough. It's a stick dough. And so I dump it onto a piece of parchment paper for two reasons. One, it makes it easy to get it into the pot, the Dutch oven pot that you have to heat to 450 degrees before you bake it. And it makes it easy to get it out of the pot when it's done, because did I mention the pot is 450 degrees? So, yeah, and that's really all there is to it. Joshua has been making that bread since he was like 15, basically by himself. So if he can do it, anybody can do it. But it really is that simple. But this time we used a whole bunch of fresh herbs. I've made it with olives. I've made it with nuts. I've made it a sweet bread. And we've made it, a raisin cinnamon bread. And I'll link our basic link down below. But of course, as I've said a bazillion times, all of this is also posted on our Facebook group page, Living Whole Food Plant Based. Free. Everything's free. Somebody asked me the other day, does it cost to join? No. I don't charge anything for anything. 5 years, I've posted everything thousands of posts, thousands of recipes, thousands of pages of information. I don't know if there's thousands, but anyways, a crap ton. And it's all free. I don't charge for anything anywhere. That sucks all the fun out of it. And besides the fact, you can get it for free other places. Why would you pay me? I want you to spend your money on good kitchen tools and good crafting tools and all of that kind of stuff. Not paying me to just be Google for you. But, all right, so that's going to be that part. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a booklet out of it. And I lined the inside with a piece, another one of her free printables that I just put on the other side when I printed it. So that's the basics there. And then we've got all of these little pieces to do. But yeah, so that's what when I picked Josh up, that's what we worked on. We got all of our plants. Today is Monday, not this day, the day I'm actually doing this page. And that's our watering day. And it takes us about an hour, maybe a little more than an hour to water everything in the house. I don't even know how many gallons of water. We have a huge bucket that we fill, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 times. So it's got to be 20 gallons of water every Monday. Mondays are the heavy water days because we also do all of the fertilizing on, well, I'm just determined to bend that all up. We also do all the fertilizing on Monday. The vegetables get fertilized pretty much every time they wash. They wash every time they're watered. The herbs and vegetables. It's a weak blend, a weak mix, not a straight up hardcore. We just mix it in the water. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we did today. You have to keep on top of it, especially in the winter time. We bounce between having too much humidity depending on the room you're in. So like my grow room is way too much humidity, so we run a dehumidifier down there. Now, we live in a really old house that leaks air like a sieve in the winter. So until we can get some of that fixed down there, that's the main reason for the dehumidifier, is because, But the rest of the house is out around, the rest of the growing stuff, most of the rest of the growing stuff is out in my craft room / what normal people would call a living room. And it's got a pellet stove in it for wood burning. It's wood burning pellets. And so we have the opposite. I have the opposite problem out here, that everything is dry as a bone. So, yeah. But it's nice because the dehumidifier down in Joshua's part of the house, when we just dump it into the bucket and then we water the plants with it. And not the plants we eat, but I also have miles and miles of house plants and stuff. There's no shortage for good oxygen in my house. Let's just put it that way. We breathe good air. Everything's spiffy clean thanks to all the plants we've got going. So all the water that the dehumidifier pulls out, we just put right back into 90% of the plants. I don't. They said you can't use it in edible plants because of the metal content, but I'm not sure what that means. Is it the metal content off of the dehumidifier itself, or like depending on the type of dehumidifier or plants that you're pulling it out of? I don't understand how that works, but anyways, because I would love to just reuse that water in all of the plants, and then that would be even less waste. But I don't know. Every website had a different bit of information. Oh my God, don't do it. And then others were like, it's such a minute trace of metals that it's, don't stress over it. But I don't know. So right now I just use it with my house plants, and considering the fact that I have a small greenhouse in my house, there's never a shortage for places to put the water that comes out of the dehumidifier. So there. And I can't remember how I think I had this layered like that, and then this little vellum piece, and then I think it went like that, and then I'm going to put the moth in the middle. Something like that. I wonder if I can hook it all together with one of these. Ink. Not that. All right. I don't even know where that conversation was going. But yeah, I know, because I was telling you what we did today. So that's what we did today. But yeah, and so the bread is sitting over there smelling up my craft room like heaven on a stick. It's that garlic and the fresh herbs and stuff, and as it warms up it gets stronger and smells stronger, and I love it. The cool thing about it is that I don't know if it's a cool thing, but I mostly made it for our stuffing for Thanksgiving, so we're not gonna make sandwiches or anything out of it, I don't think. I don't know, we might. We don't do a normal Thanksgiving, so because there's just the three of us, and there's just no point. Plus, oh, that worked pretty good. Because obviously the vellum can't be held down really good, but so I make up our Thanksgiving stuff, and then we just kind of mow on it for the week. Well, it's not the whole week. Dale's off on Wednesday, but Josh has got to work Wednesday, and then he works Friday, and Dale's off till the 3rd, and so yeah, it's called cook it all in one batch and eat it for a week kind of thing. Though I don't usually make big batches of stuff anymore either, so for the holidays. All right. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, so before I get into that, yeah, so that's basically a knockoff of what I did on the front of there. So I decided that I would do my journaling and stuff in here. So this is... There. This is what... I should have done that before I did the front, but that's okay. It's okay. I'll do it. So that's pretty much what we've been doing today. What have you been up to? I will probably have more added to this video, even though it probably won't be today, so it'll be talking about tomorrow. But I hope you guys are enjoying them. I'm having fun. It'd be more fun if we could like chat, right? While we're doing this, but that's apparently not the way it's going to work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and journal on this, and then all I'm going to do is basically glue it down. All right, so what I'll do is I'll show you in the next part of the video what it looks like when it's done. But for now, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you on the next page, which will be, wait a minute, I still got to do date. Why didn't you say I still got to do date? I could put the date right there, and that would kind of fill up that space. Kind of like that. All right, so let's do... I got these. I don't even know where I got these. I've had them forever. They're gold. So this is what day? Tuesday. So Wednesday. So where's my poker tool here? Anybody else can't live without a poker tool? Me either. So we got... So I think I'll do here. W. I hate lining these up, don't you? All right. Take the glasses off so I can see. Told you in the last video, I just can't see anything. Blind as a bat. No, what I need, W-E-D-N-E-S. What I need is bifocals, I think. W-E-D-E-N. I can't spell. I swear I'm educated. Just not in spelling. Damn Google. Damn spell check. W-E-D-N-E-S. D-A-Y-Y-N-C-A. So I'm not going to be able to do November, but that's okay. Wednesday. And then what I'll do is start at the bottom so they line up. So she says, what did I say, 18th? 1, 8. Oh wait, 8 comes second. Day 81. There's people counting down the days of the pandemic. I can't imagine giving that much brain time to it. Ooh, I think I'm just gonna fit. Look at that. There's people that are tracking like deaths and cases and stuff, and I don't know why anybody'd want that in their journal. Too much negativity for me. But you do you. Okay, so the N is going to be a little squish, but we won't tell. Shh, don't say a word. It's close. Nobody will know except you and me. Ah, well, it's close enough. Right? Okay. All right, so that's the date. And then I'm going to glue this in after I write on it. And that's basically it. All right? So I will see you in the next page. Be right back. You guys, this shows how long it's been. All right, so the first part of this video was shot on the 23rd of November. The second part of this video was shot on the 30th of November. Oh my goodness, 2 weeks disappeared on me. And then my husband took a week off. No, he needs something to do, a hobby, something. Anyways, so this page has been sitting on my desk since I filmed the last one. I sprayed my pages with the Krylon matte finish spray because I'm going to do some watercoloring on it. And it's my favorite spray for using in the Michael's Artist Loft. You guys are just going to have to hang tight on the first part of this video for focusing and stuff. I just got an iPad to do videos with, and there's a learning curve. So it doesn't last. I swear I figure it out, but just hold tight on it. And I'm sorry if it's like making you car sick. But I thought I was going to use these Karataki watercolors, and I sort of do at the end, but I didn't use them for the main background. See, I found this printable online, and I wanted to do something along that lines. And so I was going to use these paints, and then I remembered I had bought the gouache paints, and so I thought, oh, I'm going to do that. See that autofocus? It's the software I found to use with it, and I love the software, but in 4.8 minutes, I was trying to learn how to use an iPad and the software and all the lights and hook it up, and it was hilarious. But I sure do like the iPad, and I got one of the iPad minis to do just to do videoing with, because honestly it was the best deal on a camera to do this. It's only got 64 gigabytes of hard drive in it, but that's all right. It's more than plenty. It transfers to my Mac really easily, and so far I really like it. At least you can see what I'm doing without the blurry haze that the webcams were doing, and I just can't use my big Canon for videoing. But anyways, yeah, he took a week off. It was supposed to snow, and then he was going to drive Joshua back and forth to his work over this seasonal stuff. It didn't snow, and he decided to take the week off anyways. Yeah. My room is not a room with doors on it. It's the main walkthrough for people. Yeah. I don't get shit accomplished when he's home. So anyways, I did add water to these because I was going to use them, and I really didn't until the end to do the alphas, but you'll see what I mean. But how have you guys been doing? I'll be honest, this is the last decorated page I did in November. And then I just printed all my photos out, I slapped them onto the page, and I wrote notes next to the photos and stuff of what those days were about. And then I'm flipping to December, because after I get done doing this voiceover and getting all this stuff off of my table, I'm starting December. I'm moving on. It's going to happen. And my favorite part about December is you can do all kinds of 3D stuff because it's the last part of the journal, and it's okay. Oh, these gouache paints. There's a learning curve. Learning curve to a lot of stuff. They are not what I expected, and in a good way. I've never used gouache paints. I don't watercolor. I mean, I can. I can do the basics for watercoloring, but I'm used to working on these thin journal pages, so you can't flood with a lot of water or anything like that. So you're not really watercoloring. You're more playing with it. But I got these because I didn't have them, so therefore I had to have them. And then the 60 set went on mega sale, I don't know, a month ago or so, and I went stupid and bought the whole thing. I really wanted the metallic ones, and gosh, the whole set was just a little bit more than just the metallic set, so I bought it. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Is it wrong that I bought the whole set mostly for splatter? Because everybody uses white ganache? Isn't ganache chocolate? Gouache. Gouache is the paint, right? To do their white speckles. And so I thought, well, if it does white speckles, it'll do all color speckles, right? That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. I also bought the big set of the watercolors because, did I mention I don't watercolor? No. Yeah, I don't have any intentions of getting into watercoloring either. But yeah, see the little tiny bits. Oh my goodness. So I had no idea how they worked, and I should have played with this before because it was like foundation paint. You know, like foundation for your makeup. It was so thick. I was like, crap, I don't know how to use it. And I'm so out of practice with using mixed media because it's been probably a year since I've whipped out paint of any kind. But yeah, it's super uber duper. But look at that color. Oh, yeah. Anyways, and so I should have put some water down on the page. You can do a little bit of flooding, but not a lot. And then this just kind of turns into a hot mess train wreck. And I just, to be honest, I just wanted this page done so much that I didn't care. Just got it done. Threw that shit on there and said, oh well, you know what, sitting here looking at it, I should have squished the pages together. That probably would have worked really, really good. But yeah, be sure that if you do stuff like this in your Michael's Artist Loft journals, that you prep your pages. I don't care what you use to prep. My favorite prep is the Krylon matte finish. It works great. It puts an even coat. It does not add liquid to your pages. And even if you're just doing a little bit of mixed media on your pages, like if you're doing, let's say you just use distress inks or something to just do some blending on the back, I still recommend you do that, because any kind of liquid, if you're not using a waterproof pen to journal with on the page before, that's kind of more of the reason why I use the spray than anything, because it'll react with your journaling on the page before, and that's definitely what you don't want to do. But I didn't flip it over. I think I do when I'm drying, but you'll get to see that as thick as that paint looks and as heavy as that paint looks, it did not bleed through. It did not bleed through. But yeah, look at that color. And this is when I realized that, so over pigmented that I'm wrong. So I tried to add a little water. I tried to wiggle it around. Let's heat dry it, right? Oh, that's the other thing when you're using wet medium in this book. For me, okay, I don't know, you may be skilled, is a lot of drying. Don't drown your pages. And don't get near that spine, because no matter what you do, it's going to bleed to every single page in your journal if you get it in that spine. Which is why mine doesn't splatter across. Okay. But you need to dry it in between. Even if you re-wet it to activate some of it, you need to dry as much as you can in between so that it does not soak through. Because if it sits there, see, I'm adding more water now, and it's totally fine, because pretty much dried the bottom of it, at least. But yeah, people are always asking me if you can do mixed media in this. Yes, but you have to do prep work. But you have to do prep work in a lot of journals. So it's no different. But you could use clear gesso, you could use white gesso, but the main reason I don't is, first of all, I'm not trying to make these pages thicker.
It's 9:45.
It's 9:45. And so if you add on a lot of gessos and stuff, although there is a TriArts clear gesso is a beautiful gesso to use on lightweight paper. So I do like that one, but honestly, I'm lazy and I just spray the page and boom, dries in 15 minutes and I'm ready to go. But you do you. I know a lot of people don't like the smell, and I don't do it in the house because it smells bad. So I do it in the garage or outside, depending on the time of year. And then I just let it sit out there till it airs out. But you if you don't, it's a sponge. It'll suck that paint up like nobody's business. But anyway, so I just kind of keep playing with this, and all of this tinkering would have been avoided if I had just flooded the page with a little bit of water. But I didn't, because did I mention I'm out of practice with this? But yeah. So anyways, Dale took Joshua to work this morning, and he goes, I'm going to go to Harbor Freight, and I'm going to spend some time in town. And I went, oh, but I'll miss you. I did not say that. I said, okay, don't call. So I'm getting this voiceover done so I can get this video up, and then I'm headed straight over to my table to hopefully get my December divider page and plan video taken and that put up. And y'all, am I the only one? Now, if my room had doors on it, this would not be a big deal, but I literally took over our living room, and the way our house is set up is, in order to get to the main bathroom, you have to come through my room. There's 2 ways to do it, but you still have to cross through my room. Yeah. And so, yeah. But I can video when Joshua's home, because he sits down in his room with his headphones on and minds his own business. The other one is not so independent. He requires attention and entertainment and stuff. So anyways, so I was like okay with them leaving. Yeah, okay with it. So this is the final dry. I think I quit playing with it, but I should have. And I bought the 1-inch silver brush. You know the set. Everybody uses it. If you know Sandy Elnick, you own this set of watercolor brushes. And that's what I bought it for. But of course, out of sight, out of mind. It's over there somewhere. And so, yeah. So I would, the paints are awesome. But woo-hoo-hoo, are they pigmented. Yeah. And now I got impatient. I'm just trying to get it done. Dry, baby. Dry. Hurry. We'll find out if it washes out, right? But yeah, I really like them. I'll have to do more with them later. I got to figure out a new plan in January, you guys. I love my fauxbonichi and I love journaling, but I think I'm going to have to let go of daily journaling if I want to get anything else done. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like going back to the photo a day idea, where you take a photo and that's what happened that day. You know, and it's still fauxbonichi because it's still, you know, an everyday memory, but it's not so in depth and like 1 page a day. And I don't know. I also think I might switch to a different journal. I ordered a leather bound journal off Amazon because I've had it in my cart forever. And then Black Friday, Cyber Monday hit, and it was on sale. And it has vintage antique pages, and they still fall under the rules because they're blank. I know people have a horrible hard time with that rule, but basically if the journal is blank and not, yeah, blank. That's it. But anyways, so I think I may try something like that, but I don't know. I may do both because I don't have time to keep up with what I've got, so might as well add more to it. But I don't really know. I don't know. Everything in my life has kind of changed right now, and the Facebook absolutely bent over page owners, and so half my stuff disappeared overnight on my Facebook pages, and I think it's a sign that I need to start making some changes in my life with the things I've got going on. Josh getting a job really changed how we are at home, and I guess that's how it works though, right? I mean, everybody, that's what happens. Events, chapters change in the book, and you just, time for a new chapter. So I have to find a new normal, and I don't know. I don't know. So we're going to see how this goes, but I have to figure something out. I mean, I've been doing the everyday journaling for, 7-8 years now. And so I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not quitting on that at all. I just think I need to change my format a bit, and we'll see how it goes. But I really need to do something because I want to get back into doing different kinds of crafts and stuff too. Not crafts. I want to do like the journals and that little folio thing that I did, and I want to work in my quote journal, and I want to do a lot of things, but I have so much going on that I end up, you do that when you get a list a mile long, and so in order to do any of it, you sit and put it all off. That's kind of in how I am right now. It's like I have so much to do that I just sit and read my book because I just can't face the list. I decided I want to watercolor some of these alphas, and this takes me a hot minute to learn to spell, but and I do use the I had it at the beginning of the video, Karataki, Gambai, whatever, the paints up above, to watercolor them. But I don't know, what do you guys do when you hit a life change moment, or am I the only one that hits this everything's changing, so therefore I just want to sit and hide in my book and be done with life? Everything's really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely no bad shit happening in my life right now at all. It's just like, I don't know where to start. You get into a routine. Joshua and I have had a routine for 20 years. Literally 20 years. Same routine. And then he got a job, which, yay, that's awesome. And I'm very happy for him. And I hope we can find permanent placement there and all this stuff. But holy left turn, I didn't realize that it would change so much in my day. And I mean, I knew on some level, but anyways, and I'm not coping well with the change. And so my way of handling the change was to just sit and read my book. Because I can get to the list later, right? So, yeah, that's basically where it is. And then Dale took a week off, and y'all know how it is when they stay home. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he retires. He better have a hobby, because yeah, I love him to death, and I'm being a whiny bitch, because his wandering around is like, hey honey, I'll do the dishes, or hey honey, I'll fold the laundry for you, but it just gets on my nerves. So I told you, see, there's no logic to it. I love these paints too. Aren't they pretty? They just work so well. But yeah, this was a bad idea too, because then they glued down to the paper, and yeah, what a mess. But anyway, so that's my midlife crisis whine that you didn't expect you were going to get to listen to. I can't be alone on this, right? The teenagers grow up and do their own thing, and mom is left to figure out how to live again. But like I said, I don't have a single bad thing going on in my life right now. I'm very blessed, and I just, it's more of I can't get myself started, and yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a hot switch here. Hold on. Ready, set. Holy crap, it's dried, and we're back. Yeah. I forgot to put a transition in there. Ignore it. And I'm too lazy to fix it. But yeah, we're almost done. And so we got about 5 minutes left. I just want to thank you guys for being here and listening. I hope to I would like to say that I'm going to do better on videos, and I will. I was doing really good, and then things derail me. See, I have a scatterbrain. I'm a squirrel. But I do have this one already set out on my table to do. And so, anybody go Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping? Y'all, I spent a rent check. Good thing I don't have rent anymore. But I got so many goodies. I'm so excited. Some of it wasn't fun. Some of it was fix the house things, and, but hey, the deals, right? Anybody order from Tonic? Squirrel. I ordered a pair of scissors from Tonic on the 15th. No word, no nothing from Tonic. Bad reviews, Tonic. Bad reviews. I don't care if this COVID thing and all this stuff, you could at least respond to your emails. Bad business. I hope they show up, because it's a good damn thing they were 50% off, because I'm miffed. I won't be ordering from them again. Nope. Probably won't even see the scissors after all this. It's just annoying. Bad business. Bad. Back to scrapbook.com I go. Anyways, that was a left turn. I'm a little miffed over it. But yeah, that wasn't a Black Friday deal, though. I mean, it was a good sale, which probably should have been warning, Will Robinson, warning, because every time I find a good deal like that on a website I haven't ordered from, it bites me in the butt. We're going to go look at Christmas lights tonight. Y'all do that? Yeah. There's no snow. It's November. Well, today's December 1st. It's 50 degrees. Not a snowflake in sight. And yeah. So I'm going to bake a pumpkin pie here in a little bit, because that didn't happen on Thanksgiving. And then we are going to go and do the whole look at the lights thing, and then come home and stuff ourselves on pumpkin pie and hot cocoa, because it's December. Oh, we spend the month of December eating crap food. Now, I should preface that with, it's all compliant with whole food plant-based, but it's decadent. So it's like jalapeno poppers and B-Rocks, and what else Mexican street corn casserole, and what else? I have a whole list. We're going to do clam chowder, no clam chowder. We're going to do no crab cakes. We're going to do, my favorite, sesame cauliflower sticky wings. We're going to do burgers. Did I say jalapeno poppers and sticky buns? And, my favorite burger, we're going to do that. And what else French dip sandwiches. Yeah, that's going to happen, because, yes. And that's what we do. Usually I do it the last week or two of December for like Christmas, New Year's, because Dale takes the time off, but he's not doing that this year. Oh well. And so we just decided to spread it over the entire month of December, because 'tis the season. Happy holidays and all that jazz. So there's chocolate chip cookies and lots of hot cocoa and whipped cream and all kinds of straight to your ass kind of food. It's all compliant. It's not on the better side of healthy eating this way. But you know what? We do it every December, and it's our tradition, and it's all whole food. It's all plant-based, and it's all so good. I don't even know. I'm thinking I want to do pizza roll-ups. I think that sounds good. And I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, cashew. We're gonna do artichoke spinach dip pizza. That was the pizza, and stuff like that. All right, you guys, I'm about to wrap this up. I've yammered for 45 minutes, and wow, are you still here? I'm sorry, not really. I had fun. I really appreciate you all being here listening to me ramble. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. I hope you get lots of crafty time in December. Are you doing the December daily? What are you doing for crafty stuff in December? And then that pretty much will wrap up this page. I have a picture at the end here of how it turned out because it's 10 o'clock and I got to get going before it comes home. All right, so I'll be back with another video for starting December, and I appreciate y'all. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Later.